Yo, what's up, guys? It's your girl, Becky G. Check me out on Nights Live with Adam Bomb. Bomb Squad!
Look who's coming into the studio here.
Hey,
Nights
hey.
Live. I'm Adam Bomb. Becky G returns. I can't stop dancing.
You
I'm gonna
can't?
be honest.
That's
I can't.
good.
I love this story, and you just got done telling it off the air about you performed 3 shows in like the span of like a couple of days, and you're on the Katy Perry tour. Tell everybody the story about you performing at the State Fair of Texas. I love this story.
Thank you. So I was in Texas, and I performed at the Texas State Fair on one of the off days between the Katy Perry dates that I was doing. And we show up, and this is like my own show. And a lot of people came out. Like, I guess I was surprised myself because I'm always like, it'll be like maybe like 300.
Yeah.
No, I think they said it was a total of 7,000 people.
That's ridiculous.
And it was insane.
Yeah.
It was insane. And the setting, the sunset was happening. It was a little bit of wind going on, so my hair was it was amazing. And I decided that I wanted to perform a Selena medley because Selena Quintanilla has inspired me throughout my career so much. And her story and just her music. And I felt like, why not? I'm in Texas. It only makes sense. I should just do it. So I did it, not really thinking much of it, just because I'm a big fan. And then the people who run the fair, who've been running the fair since it started, told me that the last time somebody performed those songs was Selena Quintanilla herself on that same exact stage, same fair in 1994, which just blew my mind.
That's a great moment, though, Becky, to have, like, just as a person, because I can't imagine the feeling. I can't imagine
it was pretty. I had goosebumps when they told me that. It was like, whoa, are you serious right now? Like, this is real life. This is my life. One, I'm on tour with Katy Perry, but 2, like, how does that? What a coincidence. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Becky G's on Nights Live with me, Adam Bomb, across the USA. This is going to be a fun interview. I want to know what you learned from touring with Katy Perry, from Katy herself.
What did I learn from Katy
Yeah.
herself? Okay. Well, I didn't. When we first ever met, it was actually in the studio.
Okay.
Before we toured a long time ago. And the first words of advice she ever shared with me was, hey, you have really nice hair. Don't mess it up. Use wigs. And I was like, okay, I'm going to keep that in mind.
That's the secret from Katy.
It's a secret. It's a secret, but it's a good secret because it's true. If you got good hair, you don't want to mess it up because it's so easy to get caught up. But just being around her was so inspirational, like really seeing her do her thing. Of course, I'm a big fan of hers. Before that, I watched the movie and stuff, but I was actually getting to see it in real life this time, her second world tour. And just seeing the way she treated everybody with kindness, always had a smile on her face, and like, just laughing and like having a good time. And when she was on stage, like every show was like kind of different in a way. Like she really made each show special. She would address the audience differently. It wasn't just some kind of scripted like same thing every single night, you know? And I really appreciate that because that's not easy to do.
Is there something you learned, Becky, from playing those big shows? Because those are monstrous shows being on tour with Katy. Is there something you're like, I didn't know that. I need to do this maybe or try this?
One thing that I think me, Katy, and all the dancers, everybody who had to perform in Mexico City, the altitude was insane.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So crazy. Like worse than Colorado. Like so intense.
So you feel like you're out of shape when you're performing?
Oh, you feel like there's so much pressure on your body that it's like so hard to breathe. And I work out. So I'm like, this is not normal. I figured it out on my own when I went up the stairs at the hotel. And I'm like, whew, I'm winded. Like, this is not normal. And I asked somebody at the hotel, and they're like, yeah, no, it's really bad here. It's like we're a lot higher than what you're used to.
Yeah.
And just learning to, like, really just stay calm on stage. And then also is the biggest crowds I've ever done. It was like 25,000 people, 20,000 people each night in Mexico. So it was just like, I felt like I was like, in a movie.
Yeah.
And it was just crazy. And they actually received me really well, too. I mean, I am Mexican-American.
Right.
So I was addressing the crowd in Spanish. And it was just so cool because even before I introduced myself, I hit it like 3 songs off the bat, like before I even say anything into the microphone. And once those 3 songs were done, I kind of giggled into the mic and the lights went out. And then all I heard was, Becky,
Dang.
Becky. Like 25,000 people just screaming my name even before I said, yo me llamo Becky G. And everybody was like going crazy. It was so cool.
That's a goosebump moment, I think.
It definitely
just hearing
was.
Do you, now that you've been here in February, March of earlier this year, now that you've gone through some pretty big shows, do you feel any, or what kind of pressure do you feel that you're putting on yourself now to go the next level? Because you're at that point now. Now it's next level stuff.
Well, I just feel like you kind of got to take it a step at a time. And of course, you always got to strive for perfection, but at the same time, it's also just like a learning process, and you just got to really take in everything and just hope that you're making the right decisions and trust your gut. And I feel really lucky to say that the team that I'm surrounded with, they're not really a team. They're like people who really are looking out for me and want the best for me, and they really listen to me. And when I make my decisions, you know, if they disagree with me, they'll give me the reasons why. But then I'm also pretty stubborn, and I'm always right. So
how stubborn are you though?
So I'm pretty stubborn.
Scale of 1 to 10.
I like to be, put it this way, I like to be on every single phone call. Doesn't matter how busy I am. I like to be on every conference call. Like, for instance, we're figuring out what directors we want to use for the Can't Stop Dancing music video. Best believe I was on the phone with each director, each treatment that we looked at. I was on, I don't like this, I like that. Luke, what do you think? My management, what do you think? Hey, Mom, I like this one. You know, like, just talking to everybody, really getting like the 411 and all the information that I can get on it before making the decision.
Becky G's on with us, Nights Live, and me, Adam Baum. Can't Stop Dancing. When we played Shower on the radio, it's a fun pop song. This one is fun, but I think it's a big shift for you, hearing it as a listener.
I'm glad you said that because that's what I want.
It doesn't sound like Becky G to me from Shower at all.
Well, for me, I want to surprise people. And I feel like I also want to continue to introduce new parts of myself because I am a teenage girl, but at the same time, I'm growing into a young woman, and I'm changing, and I'm figuring out who I am. And Shower, it's kind of like my personality. Shower is like, when you meet me, I'm like, wow! I'm like in your face. It's like super fun and poppy. But like when you really get to know me and hang out with me and spend time with me, I'm also really reserved. I'm also really, chill. And I feel like Can't Stop Dancing is that other side of me, the more mature side of me. And I wanted people to get to know that side of B. And, I love the song so much. I'm a writer on it. It was a lot of fun to make.
That's huge. That's really huge.
Yeah, so I hope people love it just as much as I do.
Here, I asked this to all artists, Becky, but you are in a unique situation. You have a lot of fans that are your age.
Yes.
And they're always asking you things on the internet. Do you feel pressure answering certain ways or when you get questions?
Definitely. I mean, for sure. Sometimes it's like, well, I'm not in your shoes, so I can't really tell you what decision to make. All I can do is advise you to follow your heart.
Yeah.
And I try to share advice, on things that I have gone through. Some girls come to me like, oh, there's this guy in my class and I don't know how to talk to him. And I'm like, just be yourself and just have a normal conversation, like little things like that. But when it comes to deeper stuff, I just really try to be there for them. I feel like, we're at this point in our lives where we're really, even though I like to think that I know who I am and what I want to do in my life, like it changes. Everything's changing and you're really finding who you are and what you want. And, I feel really lucky to say that I have a huge support system from my family and my parents are my best friends. But I noticed that, not a lot of kids have guidance and they don't really find those true friends or have that family support. And I feel like, it's nice to find that in somebody, even if it's over the internet or through a song.
Right.
So if I can be there for people through my music and through social media.
It's great to see you being honest as an artist and as a person. I think being a radio person, being on the air, you don't see that enough of artists being honest. I like that from you.
Thank you.
Let's do one more serious thing and we're going to have some fun. Jason Derulo, it's got to be a cool experience to be on this tour, huh?
So much fun. I mean, honestly, it's such a different crowd because, we started on the Demi tour, then we went to Katie's tour, and they were both amazing, but now we're on the Jason tour. It's definitely a little bit more hood. I'm from Inglewood, and the crowd is a lot more different. It's a lot more mature, and it's fun because I get to be big girl Becky on stage. I get to wear my heels.
That's
and
great.
Have fun.
Yeah.
And it's so cool. He's so talented, and he's definitely somebody who gives his all on every single show. That guy is sweating and singing live, and he's amazing.
Rate his dance moves because I know that he brings it.
Oh, yes. He is a dancer. He is a real dancer. Like, his dance moves on a scale of 1 through 10 is a solid 10.
Wow.
For sure. Yeah.
Okay. Becky G on Nights Live and me, Adam Baum. All right, let's have some fun we found on the internet, Becky. Gosh, if we put lime, lemons, salt, and sugar in front of you, what two things are you going to pick?
Salt and lemons.
That's a little taste to me.
I
but
love it.
Wow.
I love it. It's one of my favorite things. It's really bad for you, too. I try to not, but it's just so good. It's something that I've been doing since I was really little.
When you're bored, is it true you talk in weird voices? and accents?
Yes, I do. I like to do that all the time.
You know it's Halloween tomorrow. This would be perfect if you can make a stop by a Halloween house.
I know. Why not, right? It would be perfect. No, I go crazy sometimes. I mean, traffic, all the car rides, it gets boring.
That's another thing. When you do shows like around holiday season, do you think about spicing it up for Halloween or does it?
Yeah, kind of, sort of. I mean, like I was on the Demi tour. I wore kitty cat ears. Just because I could.
But it fits in with those shows.
But it fits in with the shows. Like, Halloween's coming. Why not? Throw them on.
All right, let's put a bottle of Coke in front of you and a bottle of hot sauce.
Hot sauce.
I see you eat it from the bottle straight.
I could do that. I've done it before.
That's amazing. I can't even touch it. Like,
It's
not
so
without putting
good.
stuff on.
It's so good. I love it.
You're crazy, Becky. I like it, though.
Thank you.
I love Can't Stop Dancing. I'm so glad that you came through again.
Thank you.
And I like that how you're morphing. I like that word morph. But it's true. I mean, you're transitioning, and I love to see it in front of us.
Thank you.
Becky G on Nights Live with me, Adam Bump.